Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. It is Jill with Under Cottonwood, and it's Thursday, not Tuesday, but I'm here with a weekly tutorial, and we finally get to paint this little scarecrow guy that I think I had sketched out either last week or the week before, but then I got the stuffy nose and all that stuff, so I didn't get him painted. So now I want to paint my scarecrow, and I have two other things that I want to do tonight. So hopefully, we're kind of all over the place, but hopefully we can get all three done so I can share these ideas with you. I'm super excited to paint my little scarecrow because I think he's going to be super cute. But then a couple other things one thing I wished I had bought over the weekend that I didn't, so I was like, oh, I can make it myself. And then another little trick that I've done a blog post on it before, but you might never have seen it in person. So we'll do that. Both of those are really quick. So, hello. 8 o'clock on a Thursday night. Football's on, but I'm live. So if you're not into football, you're with me, right? Okay, let me show you this picture that, like I said, this was planned to be like 2 weeks ago, I think, to paint. So see my little scarecrow? I literally just took a little pencil on some plywood that I had left over. I'm not even real sure what. This was just kind of a neutrally like cream color that I just painted the base of it. And so then I just took a pencil and kind of sketched out my little design there of my scarecrow. And so that's what I'm going to paint tonight. So he's going to be super cute. See, he's got some hair and some wheat and all that good stuff. So that's my first project. That's the main project of the night. So we're going to start with him. So first things first, I'm just going to get like his face painted so that we can work on the face and then the hat, and he's got a little scarf too. So, but I want to start on the face just simply because he's got to have some cheeks and a smile and a nose, so we need that to be dry so we can do all of those things. Okay, so I just grabbed, and I might even, this is like khaki is the actual color, and I think I'm even going to add some white to him or something just to kind of make it just a little bit lighter than what it even is. I don't want it too dark. He's a scarecrow, right? So it doesn't really imagine what he would be made out of. Probably like an old potato sack or something is what his skin color would technically be. So I'm just kind of trying to lighten it up. Okay, so here's the trick. You sketch out a design before you start painting, and then you essentially have to paint over it, right? Well, I'm going to kind of keep out his eyes and maybe some hair. Otherwise, I'm in his nose. Otherwise, I'm going to paint over everything else, and we can just draw it back on. So that's no big deal. Oh, you know what? I probably should have turned the camera down, so let me finish this and then I will. So you can see what's going on, right? You guys going in or out? Or do you know? I know. Yeah, our paws are always loud on the wood floor. Okay, so let's see here. Have some shadow, it looks like, but maybe you can see a little bit better. So he's going to be upside down for now, but I will show you what I'm talking about. So see his eyes, I'm going to leave those. I'm going to leave the nose, but otherwise everything else, I can find his kind of mouth, and some of the hair I might leave a little bit too, but otherwise I'm just going to cover the rest of it up. His nose is probably going to be a different color than his skin. Of course, his eyes are going to be a different color. And I really probably should have gotten a different, I'm using kind of a big brush at the moment, but should have probably gotten a little smaller one to get some of those details, but it'll be okay. Okay, so I know it's pretty light, but I just kind of went over everything. Now let's work on his hat. So I think his hat's gonna be like navy blue. Right here. He's got his hat here. He's got this little patch, and then he's got some wheat sticking out of there. So I think we'll do this navy blue, maybe orange here. Oh, get that off of there. It leaves a scrape. That's why no magnets on the fridge. And then his scarf is gonna be green. So here's the blue I found. What is this? Oh, literally navy blue. So we're gonna go with that. Hey Melinda, how's your evening? You have football going on in your house too, or no? Okay, so now I've got a little stripe here on the hat that I am gonna leave that part out. Again, just all things that I sketched on here that just to kind of give me an idea actually really of the size, because this was kind of an odd shaped little piece that I had left over, so. But that's usually what I do, is like sketch out the picture first. Okay, so there's this hat. So far I've kind of got its face. He looks kind of creepy at the moment, huh? Creepy scarecrow, but he'll be cute. Hat's blue. Let's do his scarf real quick. Those are like the three main things, and then we can always go back and like add in, paint all the other little details. So I thought I wanted to do this little scarecrow guy because I saw that really cute one. I posted it a couple weeks ago, a picture of a sign at Hobby Lobby, and as I was walking out that day, I'm like, you know what? I don't think I have anything in fall decor that is a scarecrow. I don't think I've ever painted anything that was a scarecrow. And they're really cute. I don't really have a reason why. I just don't think I've ever painted anything with a scarecrow. So that is kind of how this little guy came to life, because I decided we needed to try painting a scarecrow, right? Okay, so hat, face, scarf. So as this kind of dries, obviously the blue is going to have a second coat. His face kind of will too a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and paint like this little band here and maybe start working on his patch. Actually, his patch will probably be, let's just do that real quick. It'll probably be green just to kind of match his scarf here. So get that going. We use a lot of different colors to kind of add some detail and things, but I'm just kind of picking out like the major ones to get them painted, you know, kind of the base coat, if you will. Okay, so let's do kind of the opposite on the color wheel of orange is blue. So that's kind of a, complementary color, I guess I would say. So that's why I've kind of picked orange and blue for his hat. Never fails. Can't find the brush that you want or need when you're looking for it, right? And when they're upside down. So we went to, had a little break this weekend. Where we had the craft show, my in-laws came and worked the booth for me and my husband. My husband and I worked the booth for us for a couple hours. So we got to have a little break, which was nice. We kind of went to lunch and did some shopping. And I was at Marshall's, which TJ Maxx, Home Good, Marshall's. I mean, come on. That's everybody's favorite, right? And they had... of course, a lot of their fall and Halloween and stuff like that out. And I did not buy this little set of pumpkins that were black pumpkins and silver pumpkins. And like the silver had glitter on them. And I have a lot of silver in my house. And I almost bought them. And then I was like, no, I probably don't need them. And of course, you know, if you've ever been to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods, you know that when you see something there, you have to get it, otherwise it'll be gone. And plus we were out of town. And so I totally had like buyer's remorse and didn't get it. But then I was like, well, we can make our own. So that's one of the projects I'm going to show you tonight, is just kind of how to real simply do something similar to that. But hey, September, make a stick figure. Oh, girl, you probably have more talent than what you think. I had the sweetest little gal in my booth over the weekend. She was probably 13. And not to mention that, see, I already lost my train of thought as to what I was doing. But okay, I'm going to paint some little hair, scarecrow hair here. But she said the same thing. She was like, I wish I could paint. And I was like, you're probably better at it than what you think. You just kind of have to get started. So, thank you for the compliment, but I would bet you're probably pretty talented too. Or you're probably better than what you think, is what I'm trying to say. So, okay, he's got some hair kind of coming out here. Now, he's going to have some hair on his face too, but I'm just going to kind of work on this. So, if you imagine the scarecrow, I kind of have, what was this one? Like primary yellow, but it's kind of gold. So, that's kind of what I was thinking, like, imagine like kind of some wheat colored hair here. And so like with his hair, I just feel like it can be really kind of wispy a little bit. Now I also was thinking, I'll just kind of go over to the other side. I have to laugh though, when it comes to art, like it's so subjective, I guess is what you would say, because you go to these big art shows and stuff and you see these like, you know, red splash background with like one black little dot, and it's called like, you know, Eye of the Nile or something crazy, and it's like an outlandish price or something like that. It just cracks me up because it's like, oh my gosh, you know, a kindergartner could have done that, and this thing is like 14 grand or, you know, $1 million paintings and stuff like that. So it's totally subjective too. Is that what I want to say? Subjective? Can't even think. Okay, I'm going to finish painting his face again. Just kind of smooth out a couple little places here where needs a little bit more. And then we're gonna paint some hair on his face here and get his nose going. So his nose, I think, is gonna be orange to match the little piece in his hat. Of course, his eyes are gonna be black, so we'll get those painted. Okay, let's get his orange little nose. Now, like I said, we'll use some other things to get some details here going. But for now, we're just kind of getting the main little chunks of color so that that's on there. Okay, so let's put some little wispy wheat hair down on his face. Okay, let me flip this around and I will show you kind of where we're at. So here's our scarecrow. I mean, seriously, hat, you know, round face and a scarf with some little golden hair there. He's got a little piece of wheat sticking out of the top. Got a little patch on the hat. I mean, literally, I'm all about the simple too. So make him as simple as can be, and yet he'll still be super cute. So, okay, let's get some eyes, and then we need to do some little pink cheeks as that kind of dries. And then we'll kind of, this is actually going a little bit faster than I thought. We can, and of course I had so much orange on here. It's super thick, so it's taking a minute to dry. Because I thought I would kind of do some polka dots on like the little part of the hat, but if it takes this long to dry, we may not be able to do that. We may just have to kind of, I thought I'd make the scarf kind of plaid, so we may just make his little, the brim. Is this what you call the brim? No, I don't think that's the brim. I think it's, I don't know what's the, oh, band, like the band of the hat. So we'll make that maybe plaid too. But in the meantime, let's give him some eyes so he can kind of come to life here. So I will share with you guys, like, here's a funny for you. So, you know, I like some good humor and things, and I try not to take life too seriously, because, you know, I'm human, and I think in this day and age of our world, it wouldn't take much for you to go down a dark rabbit hole of, you know, darkness, I guess, as a human. But so I usually try to tell people, like, you get back what you put out there, right? So if you're sassy and that sort of thing, you're gonna get back sassy and rudeness and that sort of thing. So here is my food for thought. Now, I had these two older ladies. They were, well, I hate to even estimate how old they are, but they were older than me. And they set up in the booth next to me. They were selling quilts over the weekend. And they liked to people watch. And so as they were people watching, they were not always being so kind. And finally, one of them, our chairs were kind of backed up really close to each other. And one of them leaned over to me and said, "I'm sorry if you can overhear what we're saying. We like to people watch, and sometimes we say not so nice things." And me personally, I didn't have anything to say because I was so shocked that she said that in the first place. But I was like, gosh, you know, you get out what you put in, and, you know, you're here at a craft show, you're trying to, you know, meet new customers, make some sales, earn some money, that sort of thing. So it's like, I'd be very careful. Seriously, the next day, well, they were upset by the end of the day because they had only had one sale. And the next day, one of them was sick and they had to pack up early and go home. And I was just like, how do you not understand? you get out what you put in. That kind of stuff is just what's going to happen if you're going to be like that. So there you go. There's my 2 cents for the day. Life's like a boomerang. You get back what you put out there. So if you want to say bad things about people, it's going to come back to you. Okay, so there's his eyes. Let's do some pinky cheeks here. How about that? Life Lessons by Jill there for a second, huh? I've been telling everybody that story because I'm like, it's just so important to know and understand. You can't act like that and expect for good things to happen to you. It just doesn't work that way. Okay. Got like 14 different colors going on my scarecrow here and 14 different color or paintbrushes, but okay, let's put some pinky little cheeks here. So keep in mind when you're doing stuff like this, like obviously it's all gonna kind of be proportionate. That's why I sketch it out first so I can see it. But like you wouldn't want to have teeny tiny little eyes on a guy this size, and if you have, you know, big eyes, you wouldn't want to have like a tiny little nose or something. So think about all of the different things, and that's why I'm kind of trying to keep them all similar in size, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, and that sort of thing, so that they're all kind of similar. Now, am I absolutely perfect at that? No way, not a chance, but just something to think about kind of when you're painting, is keep that perspective of all the different things. So it kind of looks balanced, I guess. Okay, so those guys are going to dry. Let's get another coat of our blue hat here. And then we'll kind of start to get some details going on this guy. He's gonna be cute. Cute, cute, cute. I will tell you, talking about this craft show I did over the weekend, there was a booth of some gals who did ceramics, and like they were the ceramics that you can put the lights in and they would light up. And you guys, that booth was so busy. So many things sold. People were just going crazy for it. I mean, it was absolutely adorable stuff. All different seasons, like nativities and snowman and reindeer and all kinds of stuff. And it was super cute. Super cute stuff. I just couldn't believe that, like, my mom used to do that when I was little. Like, was huge into ceramics. I think at one time she even had like her own ceramic shop. I was just so shocked to see it being popular again. It's awesome because it's such a fun, you know, that's such a fun little hobby and stuff. But so if you're into that sort of thing, my goodness, it is popular again, I guess. And all of those, oh, like the old Christmas trees that have like all the different little lights all around it. You know, they're making brand new ones now and selling them like Hobby Lobby and stuff like that. But like my mom always had quite a few, my grandma and things like that. So ours that we have like have like been in the family forever, but she had a bunch of those, like some are green, some are white. But anyway, it was so cool. I spent a lot of time just looking around in her booth because it was huge. She had a ton of stuff and I just couldn't believe it. But what I was gonna say is my mom used to always be the best at like painting like character eyes and stuff like this. So I'm still not the greatest at that, but I'm gonna give it a whirl here on our scarecrow guy. Because it's like, it doesn't take much to get it from like looking cute to looking creepy. Like that can happen pretty easily, I think. So, okay. Now what do we need? Let's start working on his little scarf here. So I kind of envisioned like some plaid. So I'm just gonna kind of use I wanted to kind of keep with all the same colors. So we're going to use like some orange and some white, I think, in his little plaid. So let's just try this and see how it works. So I'm just going to go, where do I want to start here? I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's probably easier to like go this way. So I'm just going to kind of make some diagonal lines here. Trying to like consistent size on them. Go all the way across and then kind of crisscross them. Now you could get super fancy and tape this off and like do the whole buffalo plaid kind of, but I'm not. I'm just doing it for fun. So we're just gonna kind of eyeball it tonight. Okay, so that's kind of the start of it. We'll add some white here in just a minute. Let's see, what should we do? Let's do the same thing. Let's do the same thing to his little patch up there. Okay, so we got that going. His hair's looking pretty good. Gonna let his cheeks dry and his hat dry a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna set him to the side and let's try, actually I have my little fan here. Goodness. I'm gonna put this under the fan to kind of finish drying, and then I'm gonna show you a couple of other little tricks that I got out tonight that I want to try with pumpkins real quick here. So let me get this turned on. Okay, let's put this on the fan. Okay. So while that's drying, okay, let me show you this. Let's turn this back up. Hello again. Okay, let me show you. So now, like I said, I had buyer's remorse because I didn't buy this set of like black and silver pumpkins from from Marshall's over the weekend. So I found these at Dollar General, and I was totally going to do the same thing with them, only to get home and realize I didn't have silver glitter, which is essentially what I wanted. But I will show you how I was going to do that if I would have. So essentially, I'm going to take these black, so they're kind of matte, just black matte pumpkins, and I'm going to make these glittery. So here's how you can add glitter to anything. Super simple way. Grab some Mod Podge. I actually want to do this with some ice skates. I saw someone do this years ago. And if you know, like, to buy an old pair of ice skates, like, especially if you go like to an antique store or whatever, they are ridiculously priced. But if I ever find some at like a garage sale or somewhere that's not totally ridiculous, I'm totally gonna get them and glitter me some ice skates. So here's what I'm gonna do. Told you, I'm off the rails tonight. I'm doing like all the projects. So take your Mod Podge, just coat, and you gotta have quite a bit of it on there. So you actually want it pretty thick. Okay, then I've got my old handy Walmart glitter here. And I'm just gonna sprinkle this all over. So like I said, I was shooting for like silver, a silver pumpkin, but I didn't have silver glitter. So I'm just doing this to kind of show you, but these are super cute for Halloween too. Okay, so you cover up your Mod Podge. Now just let it kind of sit there for a minute, and then I'll just kind of keep working around a little bit. Like I said, the only trick to this is you actually want your Mod Podge to be on there pretty thick so it really grabs a hold of all of that glitter. And so, like, I don't know, the package of glittered pumpkins I was looking at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, wherever, was literally like $13, and I bought this little package at $4 at Dollar General. So you could almost have a couple different packages and just do them yourself for the same price. So okay, see? So then you just kind of tap it off a little bit. Obviously, you know how glitter works, but look at that. So simple. And so you could use any color. I was gonna, like I say, use silver, but I didn't have silver glitter. So I had black, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just use the black to show my friends how to do it. So, and I'll use the black glitter, obviously, for Halloween and stuff, but. So then you just kind of go back over all the parts that you need to cover up until you got all of your pumpkin covered. So how cute is that? And then I just did it on this paper towel because I'll just shake the rest of it and put it right back in here, obviously. But okay, look, there's my black glitter pumpkin. Literally some Mod Podge over the regular. Here's what just a plain one. So this could be any color, you guys, seriously, any color. And then put your glitter, your Mod Podge on and sprinkle on your glitter. Done. Totally easy. Okay, so there's that one. Now, I'm going to show you another little trick to making some fun pumpkins. So I'll set this one aside. Okay, I grabbed this one just to show you. Now, I know typically for fall and Halloween and that sort of thing, you're going to find pumpkins that look like this one everywhere you go, right? Like Walmart has the whole little basket. I think they're like 97 cents, and they're the bright orange, bright orange or kind of like yellowy or whatever. So let's say that you have a bunch of those, but this is not like your style anymore. So what you can do is take any color. So I just pulled that tag right off. You can paint them any color that you want. So if you want blue pumpkins, you get some like this, you paint them blue. You want pink pumpkins, you get some like this, you paint them pink. But here's what I'm gonna do. I kind of wanted, let me show you. I got this out so I could kind of show you. So I found this really pretty, like, kind of cornstalk looking stuff at Hobby Lobby. And I had that little, what do I want to say? Like fluffy pumpkin pillow that I bought at Walmart that I just kind of started to envision some pumpkins in here. So here's what I want to do. I grabbed that package that had the black and white pumpkins because I'm going to use the white ones in here, but how pretty would that look? Just a bunch of the white in here. Okay, so there's kind of my vision for that. So I'm going to fill this with the white pumpkins, but I want to show you an option. So if you're like me, I have a ton that I used to always do, like the typical traditional fall colors with these kind of pumpkins, but it's not necessarily my style anymore. So I grabbed some cream, off-white cream, yeah, literally cream, color paint, and here's where it gets interesting. So I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to use baking soda. So this just gives it some really cool texture. Now, ask me what the measurements of this are. No idea. I just kind of do it however it works out. So let me show you. Now, I did a blog post about this that I can share, oh gosh, sometime early last year. And I used this little technique for a glass vase. Turned out super pretty. It had lots of texture. That was what was cool about it. It wasn't just paint. It had texture on it. And especially on glass, it looked really neat. And it worked out super simple. But when you add the baking soda to the paint, it kind of starts to turn like sandy, gritty kind of a little bit. You can imagine. And so I'm just going to kind of get it a little bit thicker. But I just think it's cool. It's a little bit out of the ordinary. They're not going to be like, you know, sometimes the paint can almost be like too shiny. This will kind of make it matte. It's a little thicker, yada, yada. It's just super cool. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but it's a little bit grainy. So, perfect. So now here's this, what I'm going to say, ugly, polka dotted, orange and black pumpkin. Now, if this is your style, I apologize, but I want it to be a cream color, natural looking pumpkin. So this is what I'm doing with it. So versus just painting your pumpkin one color, this is going to give us some texture, ultimately, is the deal. So that's what I was going for. Now you could do this with like a vase. Like I said, I used a glass vase. I just like taped it off and kind of did half and half, which is really cool. You could paint a design with it or something like that. But anyway, I just wanted to show you some options. So if you have some of these in your fall Halloween decor and you know it's not your style anymore, like, hi sis, don't get rid of it, is what I'm telling you. Like, find a way to use it just in a different way. I still need to share the ugly pumpkin makeover from last year. I think I told you I was going to share it last week, and then I forgot to. So we used some fabric to change like a really ugly little clearance pumpkin into something super cute. So I need to reshare that. Okay, so there we have it. Now that's just one coat. Obviously I'll go back and add another coat of paint on when that dries, and then I'll probably go ahead and paint the stem just the same color too, and like kind of get rid of the dark stem just so it all kind of blends together. But okay, so there's both of my little pumpkin hacks for you tonight. I just wanted to throw that in. Let me show you in case you missed it. Here's the glitter. Mod Podge, black glitter over some plain pumpkins, and you've got a glittered pumpkin in no time. Okay, so let's see if our scarecrow guy is I got a big workspace here and I feel like I'm so crammed up, so let me get this stuff out of the way here so we can work. Got work to do. Okay, back to the OG original plan of the night. Finishing our scarecrow. Okay, good. He is dry. So I'm gonna get a really, really thin paintbrush here because I want to do his really thin, oh, you can't even hardly tell. Really thin little paintbrush because I want to do his little smile here. Now, even if if you don't feel so super comfortable, like kind of freehanding like this, when you get the paint onto this, you know, kind of, what am I trying to say? To this point, then you can always go back and, like, if you want to draw in the circles for the eyes, because you don't feel comfortable, like, just kind of freehanding those, make a little mark on there so you can see. And so I'm going to kind of do that with his little smile here, just so I don't get totally crazy with it, because I want it to kind of come down and go back up. So not like a typical like rounded smile, if that makes sense. So okay, get a little bit, I'm going for black. If you guys are still hanging with me, thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's been about 40 minutes, so we're just about done. Just about done. Okay, so for his little smile, now think about, you know, it's probably stitching, so we'll just kind of make some little stitches across. Now what I like to do, and I just kind of didn't do it that way, come across, make sure both sides are kind of the same. From where you start, where you finish. Unlike the first one that I did, see how it's kind of thicker there and lighter there? You really want to kind of press on both ends so that it'll be even on both sides. I didn't do that at first, but that's what I'm doing now. So press and then press it down. Press here, press there. So it looks the same. Okay, there is his little smile. Okay, he still kind of looks creepy. We gotta give him some character here a little bit. So let's get some white and give him some eyeballs. We need another thin little paintbrush here. Somewhere, there we go. Got another little tiny one there. This is gonna give him, he'll kind of come to life. Give him some eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little around the side, kind of like a little, what do I want to say? Where the light kind of hits your eye a little bit, and then he's just gonna have a little eye like that. Okay, I'll show you a little bit better once I get it done. Same thing on the other side. Okay, now look, he's already kind of come to life just by giving him some eyes. He's super cute. Now we'll go back, kind of go around all the edges and do some details, and he'll be done and he'll be super cute. So for instance, let's go back over some kind of the plaid. Do the same thing. Nothing fancy. In fact, I think sometimes kind of the more, what do I want to call it? Not sloppy, but kind of free-handed look it has, the more real it looks, I guess, if you'll say, versus like a super perfect line or something like that. Okay, so see, it just kind of makes it start coming to life. Now we'll go back and do some black detailing when we're done too, but let's do some on his hair. And here's where I like to do, we'll do a little bit with the black too. I don't know if I have enough white here, but So here's where you can kind of go along the sides of his hair. Scarecrow is so cute. Thanks, Jody. He's getting there. He's getting there for sure. I'll put that down. Hopefully you don't fall over. Okay, so I'm kind of going like down here. I'll kind of go to the side and kind of make it look like, you know, give that little piece of hair some shape there. So doing this with black and white and kind of finishing out your design is always like kind of what makes it look finished and more realistic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So let's go around his little patch up top. Let's do around his hat. Think about where, you know, the light touches on things. That's where you kind of want to have. You kind of go around his face here, kind of give that a little something. Now we're going to get a little bit on his cheeks. And then, of course, we got to go around his nose a little bit. Kind of make that square. Let's see. What else do we need to do? The black is still a little bit damp, so I'll go back over his little grin here in a minute. But in the meantime, let's do this. Let's go around the outside of everything. Here's where it really gets kind of to look finished. Now I kind of go with like, oh my goodness, let's throw that right in the way. As you're using your black paintbrush and you kind of start losing, you know, the thickness of it, I still like to kind of use it so that it's lighter, if that makes sense. Just to kind of add something. It doesn't have to be like the perfect heavy black all the time is what I'm getting at. Like, just kind of adds a little bit something to it. So the white I kind of did on the inside of everything, and the black I'm kind of going around on the outside of everything. Okay, what do we need here? Let's go around his face here. Oh my goodness, he's cute. Let's go around his nose. And let's go around the little patch up here. Well, let's put some little stitching on here where we can tell he's been stitched into place there. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit here along. I still might go back and add some little polka dots to that little strip of his little hat there. So look at him. He turned out pretty stinking cute. Now I'm going to highlight a little bit more. He was cute and animated before, but now he looks alive. Exactly. I think it's the eyes. I think it's kind of like the little final detailing there. Let me get a little bit of the white through his little stitching of his mouth here. Where did I do with my little hat? There it is. And that'll just kind of finish that off too. I literally didn't even pour any white out because I was like, oh, I'm not going to need very much. I'm just going to go really lightly. And if your white kind of turns to gray with the black, that's the part that I think is cool. It kind of looks, like I said, I don't really want to say the word messy, but just kind of textured. Still kind of looks like he did it on purpose. So there he is. Look at him. He's so cute. Like I said, I think I might add some polka dots or something to his little, well, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do a little, I'm just pouring a little white into this cap because I don't really need too much, but let's just put a little polka dot or something onto this. Give it a little something on his hat here. Oh my goodness, he's so stinking cute. Okay, there we have it. Now he's done. Oh, no, he's not. Look at this. Look at that. We didn't finish that little, we didn't get that little wheat coming up here. Totally skipped over this one. Get that. We'll just kind of like, there we go. Okay, now I think we got it all. Super cute. So now if you painted this on, you know, this could be like on a door hanger or something like that. It would be super cute to say like happy fall or welcome fall or something like that. Super cute. So that was a pretty stinking easy way to paint a scarecrow. So if you want to try something that's super easy because you don't think that you're very good at painting, this is definitely the project because it was easy, super easy to do, super fun. And you really can't go wrong. I mean, he's going to be adorable no matter what you do. Because if you look at him, I mean, it's literally the eyes. The eyes are kind of what make him come to life. So you should definitely try it. I can turn this into a shape art project with my kids. Yes. Yes, you absolutely could. Super cute. And you could use any color that you want, obviously. Like if you wanted him to be a little bit more of like a peachy skin color, and you want like, you know, maybe a blue scarf and a red hat or something like that. Super cute. This is just kind of the design I went for. So there's that. Let me put this back up. Back up. We finally got the scarecrow done. Oh my goodness, almost an hour. So here's him. Now we also did, and I haven't got that finished yet, the glitter pumpkin where we added glitter. We added Mod Podge and glitter to a pumpkin to kind of redesign it. Here is the cream pumpkin. Now you can really see the texture. See how it's kind of getting thick? So anyway, I gotta clean up my space here and finish painting him. Finish painting my pumpkin here. But there's a couple options for you because if you remember, see it was like orange with black polka dots, and we wanted something a little bit more neutral and a little bit different than the plain old orange and black typical fall colors. So there's that. So anyway, thanks for sticking with me tonight. This was a long project, but we got it done. He's super cute. And so like I said, don't forget to sprinkle the video so that all your friends can see this little tutorial on how to paint a scarecrow. And let me know if you try one yourself. So, or if you try any of the pumpkin hacks that I shared tonight too. So Thanks for joining me, guys. I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.